Fuck it. Fuck it. We already out here. 17 seconds left. Butler and one gets the roll, is going to cut it to one. 16.1 seconds on the clock. I don't know how we're going to sync this up, y'all. You guys are going to have to sync up with me. I've got the TNT telecast, and there's no way for me to sync with you is what I've realized. So you're going to have to, I'll give you guys timestamps. I'll pause it maybe at the tip. But I've popped on here just to test things out. 16.1 seconds left in this Boston-Philadelphia game. That Marcus Smart dunk, my goodness. My goodness. That dude, remember I called him Baby Draymond? My goodness. The nuts on that dude. Pause. But I'm feeling nice, man. I'm feeling excited, man. I just hope the stream is strong. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. To be honest with you, this is a nice change up, a nice breakup for me because, you know, it becomes a grind, some of these games. Don't get me wrong. Like when we're playing, when it comes playoff time and the few big games of the season, it's super exciting. But some of these games, man, it's, you know, it is what it is. I'm hopping over here to the live stream on YouTube to make sure that you guys are getting this. What I've done is I've taken a couple precautions. One, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm on a webcam now. I'm on my iMac webcam. I'm no longer jumping to what I had it connected to like my camera, and that was probably more bandwidth than it needed. Audio is low. Okay, I got y'all. Let me turn that up. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know if that audio is good. I have the mic placed a little further away just because I don't want to like yell. I don't want to like blow y'all shit out if I get, you know, I don't know. But so I'll turn it up louder. Make it a bit louder. All right, well, let me just move. Let me see here. Let me move closer to the mic. Let me know now. This should be loud enough. Okay, yeah, on your end. Because I don't want to like go, oh, and I'm warning you now that I may clip that. Also, if you do have kids in the room, I'm known to drop some F-bombs. Increase my volume. Don't get uncomfortable. I'm not, man. It's a long time to be streaming. This is kind of the sacredness of me. This is a 1-point game right now, y'all. So I don't know if you guys, the timing of this, right now for me, it's at 13.1 seconds on the clock in this Boston-Philly game. And this game's been spicy, man. It's been very physical. I switched over to the Hawks-Lakers game. The Hawks beat the Lakers tonight. I've got an early prediction for y'all right now. Alk at 100 game at 15. Let's go. LeBron, at the end of February, early March, I predict he's shutting it down. I think the Lakers are done. I think that they're not going to, because you got Hart out, Lonzo's out for who knows how long. So there are injuries, but you combine that with the fact that what's happened here, the way Magic's treated them like a meat market, it is what it is. I think that they're going to fall out of the race, and LeBron's going to, you know, I don't know what excuse he'll come up with. Lower back stiffness, you know, torn taint, whatever the case may be. I'm predicting LeBron shuts it down and doesn't even finish out the regular season. That's what I think. Yeah, Space Jam 2, exactly. And so, you know, it is, I don't blame him, but I think the Lakers have misstepped. If you go around the internet, there's Laker fans that are like making timelines of like from when Rob Pelinka and Magic took over and all the missteps they've made from the D'Angelo Russell trade, which hindsight is 2020 on that, right? But they've made a lot of missteps. And I have to be honest with you that, you know what was one, because it wasn't a huge one, but when all the trades finished out and rolled in to end this thing, when they traded Zubac from Muscala, I was like, that one was real. That one was real narrow-sighted. Like everybody here has seen Zubac because he's eaten the Warriors up a couple times. But you don't get a 7-footer with that type of touch. I just have no idea. I think Jerry West and those boys, when that trade was on the table, they were like, oh, okay, Magic, sure. What else would you like? That shit was mad suspect. Exactly. Ed, that's what I'm saying. Why would you trade Zubac right now? Is it because Muscala stretches the floor for LeBron? Muscala is very Omri Caspi-like. Here we go. Okay, 13.1 seconds. Boston up 3. Philadelphia side inbounds. That's a good catch for Embiid. Didn't look like he won it. Well, they're down 3. Harris, that's a leaner. Okay. Embiid goes up. And I mean, I guess at home, they didn't want to get the quick 2. I guess you got to shoot the 3. Harris was way off balance. You saw him leaning over the line with that. They wanted Redick, and then Harris was plan B. TNT, yeah, Kyle, TNT. I'm on TNT. When I looked this up, it said that I was going to get the Warriors telecast, and then I don't know. I don't know how that worked out, but I feel like I almost never get the telecast. Being out of market, if even with League Pass, if it's on TNT, NBA TV, or ESPN, I'm forced into those telecasts. And needless to say, I do not enjoy. Man, I don't enjoy Mark, obviously, and Chris Webber and his mouth diarrhea. Hopefully, I don't get to Chris Webber on this stream tonight, but I don't really enjoy any of them. I guess the players only can get funny. Have you noticed? They really be trying to get at Candace Parker, man. Did you peep Chris Webber? He was like, Candace, stop worrying about who's eating your cookie and just enjoy it, or some shit like that the other night. I was like, oh wee. They were dying. Baron Davis was on there. This was a TNT one. Candace Parker and Chris Webber was like, Candace, you're always complaining about somebody eating your cookie. And Shaq was like, I did it. I ate Candace's cookie. It was off the chain. Okay, yeah. I'm checking a couple things here. A VPN, Hobbs, I don't even know what that is, bro. Is that like a private internet like address for you guys to jump into? I gotta, this is a trial run here, so, I don't know how it's going to go, and I hope to not disappoint. I hope that the stream stays all right. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't, we're just going to have to pause it and try to sync up here. And let's see here. That's what's up. Stream started. Okay, virtual private network. That's what it stands for. See, I'm not up on all the tech stuff. I consider myself a techie, but with streaming, I'm super newbie to it. I mean, obviously I stream, I watch streaming services, but I've never been a streamer, man. I'm kind of private like that. Okay, encrypts my connection. Would that prevent the throttling or people stealing my network? Is that what y'all mean? Because so what happened, here's a quick story while we wait for this. Tatum at the line, 1.8 seconds. So I don't know if you guys can sync up with me now. Tatum just shot his second free throw at the line with 1.8 seconds. They're up 3 with 1.8. It looks like Philly doesn't have a timeout. It's going to be a half-court heave. The way Boston defends, they won't even get a clean look at this. Okay, it's about 30 seconds. So, yeah, if you guys want to pause it and try to time it up, it's Butler. Ooh, that was closer than expected. Okay. Okay, I see. Preventing that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen the ads pop up for the VPN and that stuff. I'm not tripping. It's whatever. I felt like the frustration, and y'all know I damn near broke. I broke a space heater. I almost wanted to break my equipment. On God, like if my equipment wasn't my livelihood and like my job now, I would have smashed my shit. I was pissed. And I got the bandwidth though. I don't know if they're capping me. I pay $109 a month in Arizona for internet. That's like the max service you can get. And I'm hardwired to my panoramic modem in my house. So it's as strong as it could be. Okay. But anyway, Boston, this is a wrap. But I guess to further go, what happened was the Cox dude for the internet comes out here. He's like, first, I'm going to check your outside connection. He comes in and he goes, I'm reading the messages. He comes in, oh, they're about to jump tip. So I don't know if I should pause it here and catch up with you guys now. Why is my DirecTV sputtering now? This is unreal. Make sure your up connection is high. Yeah, no, I know. Okay, I'm up. 11:57, Rubio with the ball. I'm hoping you guys are sunk up. If it's not, I can pause like in between quarters. But we're here at 11:50. KD's on Ingles. Boogie, Gobert with Butterfingers. We're going the other way. You want me to rewind it and pause back? Okay, Major, I got you. That's what I thought. I thought if I paused, it would just throw off. Draymond, early 3-ball. No, sir. Look at Gobert trying to push the ball. Oof. Rubio, man, is that art form of making it look like a layup, but it's a lob. Wade had it the other night, right? Rubio's a master at that shit. Okay, people want me to pause. All right. Hold on. Let me pause it with on the clock. I have no clock. Hold on. Okay. I'm paused at 10:55. I'm pausing at 10:55. I'll wait. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I don't know, like 20 seconds, and then I'll count down and start at the 10:55 mark. 2-0 Jazz. As you can see, your boy is enjoying a beverage. Okay. Okay, 10:55. I am starting the stream. Draymond, top of the paint. They got a mismatched mouse in the house. KD doesn't really want the post, though. I got to pace myself, y'all. I don't want to see web this stuff here. I will say the body language looks alert, right? I was a bit worried they would come out flat here, as we've seen. Nice little look from Steph. Okay, Dre. I see you with the bounce, boy. I see you with the bounce. TNT, yeah, AG, TNT. Next time, count down. Okay, I'll try. I feel like everybody's is at a different time, even with the delay. Steph, the steal, pulley. I can't believe my DirecTV is like finicking in and out. I'm not like losing signal, but it's not how I would like it. I saw this thing. I had brought this up. I saw this thing where Gilbert Arenas was talking about Donovan Mitchell and how he's such a two-footed planter that he wants to go left every time. If you force him all the way right and make him go off 1 foot, he's way less effective. And I've never thought of that as a defender and as a player. I just thought that was an interesting take. Gilbert, he's kind of like kooky genius. I don't know if y'all, I've brought up his the No Chill Gil pod before. Some of the shit he says, you're like, I cannot agree with you, Gilbert. But every now and then, it's like a homeless dude on the corner, right? He drops a gem on you. There he is going left, though. Oh, Slim, let's go. KD on fire. We got 4 points. Y'all are ahead. 4-2 at 9:45. Okay, I'm at 9:40 right now. Boogie, this is an interesting matchup for Boogie where he should be able to play more. And then, you know what I also thought was interesting? Okay, Slim. I want to thank Ethan. Oh, you see their coach? Oh shit, the killer. He looked real crazy. You with me? Okay. I feel you, Mac. I knew that this wouldn't be flawless for everybody, right? And so I'll pause and resync at the quarter. I'll try it. And again, if I decide to do this in the future, I'll try to get a pattern down, man. So this is what worried me. I don't like shit. After being traumatized from the fuck up of my streams, I was real hesitant to do this, but people have been asking for it. I wanted to step out the comfort zone and do it. Yeah, working out the kinks, exactly. But okay, Quinn Snyder. That's what Quinn Snyder looks like. He eats like baby kittens, dude. The dude is a savage, man. But he was heated. I think the little spat with Ethan Sherwood Strauss, right? And KD's ever since this spat has been just money. Ripple dot streams. It seems like a lot of you just stream the games from, I know the Reddit streams can be strong. Yeah, he's got, exactly, man, Hannibal Lecter. And then the way his hair kind of just is like loose and like looks like, he's just been like, I don't know, in the cuts fucking or something. ES doesn't have a good relationship with Warrior players. That's what I wanted to speak on these. And some of these commercial breaks, I may dip out and refresh the beer or whatever. But so look, KD has invited this by going by going silent right after the Porzingis trade. He invited it, but I'd fully understand if Strauss is in the locker room every night, doesn't speak to Durant, and then writes a huge piece. That's bullshit. It really is. So I understand that too. And I agree. Strauss is, I remember when he started on Warriors World, look, he's a really talented writer, but he's learning hoop, right? It's not something that he's a writer before before the hoops, right? It's like he's a good writer and he fell into this field, and that's what it is. Yeah. That's what, right. And also I wonder if I tweeted it out, I had to delete it because I turned on the all 82 with Slater. And I thought it was Strauss, the last one after the Heat game, but it was the dude from the Dunked On podcast with the nasally voice. And I was like, for like 90 seconds, I thought it was Strauss. And I was like, yo, he been talked to, because his whole tone had changed as far as like, he was like, KD was tremendous and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, he was spoken to by the higher ups. And then I realized it wasn't Strauss. The players only dudes, yeah. Yeah, no, he does. Dude, I don't want to hate. Like I said, he writes, he is a wordsmith. Shout out my guy, Justin, who uses that. But he you can tell he's a skilled writer, but that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? And then he's fallen into the sport. So it is what it is. I understand that. And then I also think, not to take complete shots. All right, we're back here at 9-13 in the game. And then I also think Marcus may be a little too close to the players, right? I think, his whole "it's all good all the time" attitude may have to do a bit with leaning the other way, where he has strong relationships with the players. So he ain't going to really give us maybe what we want. Okay. DeMarcus is just always off balance, man. Rubio, the European three. Can't let this dude shoot. Now, the Warriors look alert tonight. Oh, man. No rhythm from Ricky. I like the body language early. My concern was, we've seen this so many times in the last two games, even when we spot them 10, 15 points early on, they're not Phoenix and they're not Miami. It'd be tough. Tony, you can't sync up, bro? Oh, I like Jason Terry. Mind you guys, I'm not listening to the telecast just because I think that's too much for me to do at once. But Jason Terry has a future. That shot looked good from Steph. I like the body language. KD needs to take Ingles serious, man. Ingles, I think like 30% of his effectiveness is the element of surprise. Even still, even though guys know like that he's effective, they just like don't take him serious as like an athlete. And then he's just super adept at taking advantage of you. I'm using OBS. All right, Tony. Well, I'm going to try to resync it at the quarter, or we can resync, but you know, I understand it's not for everybody. I'm not going to do an official breakdown for this because I'm not taking notes. I'm trying to enjoy the game and conversate here with y'all. But maybe I'll put something together with this footage over top highlights, maybe with reactions. I'm not sure yet. Again, it's kind of a trial thing. He is. In the right spot at the right time. And one. KD doesn't have that English, right? You notice like guys that play above the rim, they don't have the English finish because they play above the rim, right? You adapt that as a guard who's not playing above the rim. Steph, Kyrie, these guys have that spin. Quinn Cook doesn't have it either way. Okay, if you're using the Reddit streams, all right, I appreciate that. He has, Mac. I peep that. Durant. So when these guys who are prolific free throw shooters, 90, 88% free throw shooters, it just shows it's just a lack of concentration. It means they're looking ahead to All-Star Weekend, which is just snuck the hell up on us, man. They snuck the hell up on us. I'm going to try to do a stream for the Saturday night events. Those of you that have been rocking with me a long time, Mage, some of you know I try to do that All-Star Weekend for like the dunk stuff and just clown. I like the rotations defensively. And I don't know about that by Steph. I know Rubio's, what is he, 0 for 3 from downtown already? I may not crowd him on the line, but it is what it is. He looks like he's ready to shoot tonight. In and out for Klay. I like, remember, you know my theory of I like when Klay doesn't have to turn over his shoulder. When he just steps back, particularly off the dribble off the left hand, that's money for him in that little post. Let's see here. Let me catch up with y'all. It feels like it. It feels like, because what are we at? This is game 56, right? So there's been a ton of games leading into this. And then I want to hear your guys' theory on, did you see how LeBron traded Ben Simmons and Russ? What was the strategy behind that? What was that about? I don't take that as Mitchell with the wiggle. I got to watch this game. See, now I get caught up talking all this stuff. But the trade for Ben Simmons and Westbrook in the All-Star picks was interesting. Oh, man. Boogie's been short on every three. I don't know. Even when he sets his feet, I'm not sure what it is. Remember the last time we played these guys, Crowder, it just was ridiculous. Hit like 6 of 6 from downtown. It's nice to not see Utah start off like just smoking hot. Antonio asking about, so what I have working this week is, it seems like I may not be like putting in as much work, but what I'm doing is I'm making bigger projects. Like you saw the Embiid thing. Oh, okay, Boogie. I like the little finish with the left hand. You see how he clutched like he was going to elevate high. That's like my favorite move personally, is clutch up with 2 hands and then scoop under. It's impossible not to bite on that. That's a long time on the 3-point line, and Utah's just off. We're getting bailed out. Look at the score. Just because get that, Klay. I thought we were going to get a yammer from him. Just because your boy's deciding to stream the game, they're putting up like 20. They're having a 20-point first quarter. Jesus. Hey, at least it's competitive. I don't really care if it's high scoring or low scoring. I want it to be fun. Okay, Klay, put the clamps on this boy. What do y'all think? D. Mitch is overrated? Donovan Mitchell's overrated? Oh, shit. Klay just fucked his finger up. Oh, shit. That's bad. That's bad. If Clay is doing that, it's bad. He doesn't want to look at it. Oh, I hope it's not a thumb. I hope it's not a thumb. Right to the locker room. Ugh. Hey, man, at least it's going into the All-Star break, but you know what I'm saying? Like Clay, you know, you can read certain players. You know how like those of you that have kids, if you have multiple kids, I'm probably speaking to a very slim few of you, but you know, they all have different personalities, and you know the one that is like, ooh, I got a boo-boo. And then you know the one that like is if they're showing that they're hurt, they're really hurt. And Clay's that kid. Like Clay's the kid. If he's like looking down and worried, that's a problem. Right, left hand. Good call. Good call. I just hope you remember when remember Valanciunas, that game Toronto ran us off the floor at Oracle, I think in early December. That shit was gruesome as shit. I think it was his thumb. But there's some gruesome ones. If you look at like an old baller's hand, the shit be. Oh, you can see the green screen a little bit on that, at least on my end of it. I see what you're saying, Antonio. Like if we were, I guess I missed the first part of that. Run them off screens. But what I am working on that I should be done with tomorrow. But what happens is out these new pieces that I'm doing, like the Embiid stuff. I take my notes, I brainstorm, I kind of like mind map it, and then I narrate it, and then I place the footage over it. And so with this next video, I have it narrated, and I have to place the footage over it, but it's basically reevaluating the threats to the Warriors after the trade deadline. You know, what everybody's talking about, and it's my take on it. So that should be in the next like day or two if I can. Like I said, if this is this live stream counts as this breakdown for this game, I'll put something together. But in the next 48 hours, I'll have a video that I think is pretty dope. It's decent. Oh, what's my take on Simmons and Magic? I think Magic. I think Magic just is not accustomed to being treated like a normal person, you know? And I know that's like kind of an obvious thing to say, but like I don't think, say less, Magic, say less. I think he can't help himself. And I think that's like where Bob, like you look at Bob Myers, obviously they're completely different people, but Bob being a power agent, the relationship part of the game matters. I brought this up a long time ago, but that's what I loved about how Bob Myers' career like grew. Because when you're an agent, you establish relationships all around the league. And Magic, I think, without himself realizing it, has not put himself in the best graces with a lot of people. Dislocated the off finger. Okay, I saw it now. It was the upper joint. He should be all right. He should be all right. We got Looney, Repko, Iguodala. I heard he might not play. Oh, that's uncharacteristic. I guess they're distracted. You see Epe Udo up on the bench. Y'all remember the OG Warrior fans, Epe Udo in his nice suit on draft night? Oh. Oh. I hope they don't bring him back. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. Just let him roll into All-Star break. That shit was graphic, man. That shit looked like Dwayne Wade's jaw. Just swollen as fuck. Korver, I forgot they got Korver. Get that at the rim, KD. Remember when KD at the beginning of last season was just a defensive demon? It's kind of frustrating to know that he can play that way, but at the same time, it takes a toll on your body, especially as a weak side shot blocker. But I forgot that they, yeah, I'd be busting D Wade, man. There's something about him, man. He was low key Harden before Harden. But Someone had pointed out, shout out whoever it is, they're probably not watching right now, but they were talking about Jerebko and how he hits the elbow three, but the corner three is just not for him. He definitely has his spots, as you see Quinn Snyder in his, like, the suicide stride. That dude, suicide's not the right word though, right? How to commit a murder stride. .427 left in the first, and it's 11-5, man. This is a weird ass game. This is the game I choose to go live. Utah with 5 points, 8 minutes into the game. This is ugly, man. There's 16 points that have been scored. So you know there's going to be just a rain of offense at some point here. A lot of operating of Katie in that mid-left block. Head knock with Jerebko. Steph inside the line. Yeah, it's a slow game. Yeah, maybe, was it you, Terrell, that was pointing that out? There's Gobert. One thing I'll say about Gobert is, I mean, he is what he is. He does what he does. How do you not have a jump hook? I mean, I've said the same thing about Draymond and his jumper, and that's a little easier said than done. But like, Gobert is like 7'3". How does he not just have a little baby hook over the left shoulder? That shit is just, I don't know. That shit's mind blowing to me. It's like they're playing 21. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I can't mess with football. I can't mess with football. I'll let y'all in on a little something. I just signed this kind of tentative contract with it's this group, this agency that is, you know what they produce? The show Hoarders on TLC. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a sports, okay, Steph, in and out of control. Iguodala, man. Iguodala in the vibranium. So we got 16-9, Golden State up. That's a nasty crossover. I don't think Mitchell's mid-range game is that developed. He knocked that down. But, you know, so far so good with Gilbert Arenas' hypothesis. He only wants to go left. That's out of pocket, Jerebko. So Utah's going to play hard. You know that's their DNA with Quinn Snyder, man. So this game, it looks like it's going to be competitive in kind of a different type of slugfest. That's a good point about Gobert saying that, you know, you're right. He was so tall, he never learned any kind of moves. But I also think personality-wise, for whatever reason, that looked like money. Come on, Steph. That he just doesn't enjoy scoring. I think if he enjoyed scoring the ball more, he would. This is an ugly game, man. Discord. Is it so that's like what's the other service I have that no, but there isn't, but I know what you're talking about with that. But again, if this live goes well and people want to see more of this at any time, then, you know, I'll try it out. But what it does is, like I mentioned before, it doesn't really allow me to do my breakdowns like I do, because usually I'm silent, taking notes, looking up, looking down. Did you see that Hezzy? All right, get out and push the ball. We should get a corner three ball out of this if he pushes. Double, feel it, swing, Jerebko, pull it. Utah's defending, man. Oh, that's tough. Garbage. This is ugly. Throw it up, Ig. Throw it up, Ig. Don't fall down, Steph. Dunk that shit. Ooh. Come on, Steph. I want two hands. Iguodala has masterful hands, man. And then Looney, I wonder how many rebounds he sacrifices on the box out. Did you see how he boxed out, but he wasn't able to get the ball? He's getting it for somebody else. Look at Looney way out above the three-point line. Ugh. I just don't like that. I feel like we overhelp everything. I just don't like that concept. Like Donovan Mitchell, I don't know, man. That's nasty, KD. I feel like there are way less guys that we should shade and help on And Mitchell isn't one of them. If he's going, if within the game, if he's on fire, then go with it. Fine. But I like Looney chasing Corver way out there. Looney showing he's being more aggressive with his perimeter defense. I can respect that. Oh, that's crazy, KD. What? I don't like that shot. That was trash. That was trash, KD. 9-point game. I don't know what to think of this. Mitchell's kind of small though, too. Like, I don't think he is a legit 6'3". Okay, Repco, 2 hands, baby, 2 hands. Yeah, I don't blame him with Crowder. Yeah, KD was getting way too ambitious with that shit. That was out of pocket. The game's so sloppy, I think guys are getting kind of sloppy with their play. But I don't that breakaway there with Jerebko, it's one of those things where KYP, Crowder's on your hip, it's probably not safe to try to elevate and dunk the ball. It's probably not. Right? Trey, you agree? Mitchell looks like he's about 6'1". He's not that tall. He has the bounce and long arms. He's not that big. Because initially, I think people thought he was like D Wade size. Not nearly as long. Pause. Well, it looks like the stream at least is holding strong. Tried to take the contact. Winding down. I expect Clay to just cruise into Clay. By the third quarter, Clay should be back home playing Call of Duty with one hand. Like, do not bring this dude back in the game. I like Neto, the little Brazilian there with that little show fake right there. He's a nice little guard. Doesn't get a lot of opportunity behind Exum. Okay, dunk that, Slim. That pause, that rocker with the left hand that KD has sets up his crossover like no other. You see, Neto's fast, man. He's definitely a serviceable fourth guard. 6'1" at the combine, they say. Thought he was going to yam that. Yeah, I like Mitchell. I like his profile as far as like, I like his frame and I like his character more importantly. I think that I think he loves the game. I think he'll continue to get better. But I think it was just like we're seeing with Tatum. I mean, this isn't a secret, right? There's that sophomore slump, and I'm not sure Mitchell can be your best player. You know, he's a little older than the other rookies, and I'm just not sure he can be your guy. He's going to be a nice second guy, right? But will Utah ever get a franchise guy unless it's by the draft? Here we go, 16 seconds. Quinn Cook, Jerebko, whole second unit in here with KD. Doubles coming. Pull that, Quinn. Come on, Quinn. Took a way harder shot. He knocked it down. I thought the easier look was the initial three, but Quinn doesn't have the ability to shoot with guys in his face really because he's like 5'11". 1 of 9 from threes. The thing you know what Quinn's greatest skill is that he can come into the game for like 40 seconds and, you know, still knock a shot down. That in itself is a key skill as he continues to wear them KDs. I was joking with my daughter about who was it that had somebody else's shoe on? I think it was when we were playing Miami. Some of the guys were wearing the Wades. You know, he has the Chinese brand, the Way of Ling or Ling, some kind of shoe called Ling something. And if these star guys kind of bully the fringe bench NBA guys, like, hey man, wear my shoe. You gonna wear them shoes? You like them shoes? You gonna wear them? Right? I feel like that low key happens. I'm not necessarily saying with Quinn. I think Quinn and KD have a deeper relationship than that. But I think these dudes be getting punked to wear their star shoes sometimes. Okay, put that up, Big. All right, I'll take it. 11-point lead at the end of one. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to try to resync or I don't know. I don't even know how this is going, man. If, you know, I feel like I'm distracting from the game, but I don't want to do like play by play either. That's too much. I think I think Ig slowed down too much. Like that in itself, that off the dribble pull up three, that's way out of his wheelhouse anyway. But you saw he kind of like paused and thought about it a little bit. But I don't know. Sometimes too fast is better than too slow in my eyes when it comes to releasing a shot. Talk that shit. All right, Tony, you're going to hop back in. I appreciate you. It's a good mix. Okay, I'm synced. Cool. Trey, you seen it, right? There's a fine line. And you know what I noticed? Now that I'm in my commercial bag, you know what I noticed with European players is their rhythm, for whatever reason, they don't need that 1-2 pop. You know, I'm always talking about like a left-right or a right-left, depending on what strong hand you are, or the rhythm of your feet when you catch the ball. I'm always pointing that out with Draymond and the lack thereof it. The Europeans, watch Ingles, watch Rubio. For whatever reason, the way they train, the way they've practiced in the style of play, they don't really need that rhythm. They can almost pop these like non-rhythm set shots where they just catch it in the pocket and just flick it. And you see it in the girls or the women's game as well. But then you look at an American trained, an AAU baby, a kid that came up through that, and it's much more based on the rhythm, how they're moving and what their rhythm is. So it is a skill in itself to be able to knock shots down with a slower, or what I call like a no rhythm shot. Me, I need rhythm, baby. I need to keep it moving. I should get the homie James. I was just talking to him, man, about this KT tape. This dude with his flag football leagues, he be getting, I won't say he gets thrown out of them, but he gets super over aggressive playing like competitive flag football. And he gets called for like bull rushing the passer and basically starting to play tackle football when it's flag football. But yeah, man, I don't know if we're going to get up on those pods, you know. I feel a bit guilty asking him. He's a busy dude. He's running his own, I guess you call it a counseling building in downtown Phoenix. He's the manager of a bunch of different counselors. It's for, I guess, different reasons. So some of it's like for marriage, drug abuse, all different things. But he has a lot of people under his umbrella. So he's a busy dude. And then he bought a house. So congrats to him. He bought a house a ways away from me, further west. So to have him do it in the time, the windows, they're so slim, man. So I don't know. I definitely, I've brought this up before. If any of y'all want to shoot the shit and hop on a pod with me, let's do it, man. Let's do it. You know, I'm completely open to that. Looking here at these highlights. We sunk Tony. Okay, you're back ahead. I'm at 11:54, 53 Draymond at the top. We got the second unit in there. And this is a rough second unit because obviously Clay not back. So this looks like a Boogie Cousins unit. Is he going to pull this three? Get it. Damn, his three ball, man. DeMarcus needs to shoot the three ball at a high clip the rest of his career, I feel like. After the injury, he needs to shoot that. Step up. Crowder finally knocks one down. I think the defense has been on point. I think it's not a coincidence of the score. I think both defenses are super active, particularly on the three-point line. It's interesting to see where they get, okay, strong move. You got to finish that, Boog. You got to finish that. But just looking at the lineup out there offensively, you would think that it's going to be run through DeMarcus every time here for the next 3 or 4 minutes. You going for 15? Neto. Man. Oh. The improvisation of Iguodala. Here we go. Left block. Draymond's like, I don't want that shit. Man. And I don't get it because we know Boogie has good hands, but it's almost like he doesn't have a secure grip of the ball offensively. But Draymond, man. Okay, that's the report. Sprained left ring finger. That shit was way more than sprain. My God, that's a modest evaluation of what that shit was. Quinn's like, look, if you're not going to play the way I want you to play. You know, Jason, you killing him. S. Dot, man, he gets, I've said this before. I can't even lie. Sometimes when Livingston's resting, I don't even realize it till the game's over. And they're like, Sean was resting to game, or when they announce it like in the third quarter, I'm like, oh yeah, Sean ain't in this game. So just to give you an idea of his impact, oh man, don't roll up on Ig's knees, man. Don't roll up on the vibranium knees. I'm looking at this second unit for Utah. This is rough. This is where Utah didn't, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, that shit. Saving grace, it's the left hand, and Clay is a soldier, man. But that shit hurt for sure. This Utah second unit is rough, bro. So who is out for them? Who am I forgetting? Exum? Iguodala off the dribble. His rhythm looks slow tonight, Iggs. He doesn't look like he has the bounce tonight. You know, that's what it is. 30. He's my age, right? It's you. On some days you have it, some days you don't. That's too open, man. That's Crowder second, man. Here we go. This score looks like it's 6 minutes into the game. 21-25 with 9:40 in the second quarter. Jesus. Here we go on the post. 4 out. Head knock. Quinn didn't commit to it. You see that right there? That's tough. But you see Quinn, he never committed to coming over that screen. It was almost like he was like, all right, DeMarcus, you're going to keep it and you're going to shoot it. So he kind of made the decision for Boogie beforehand. Man, it is contagious. No one can find nothing. Now Draymond, I'm assuming this will be another version. Oh, the quick hitter. I don't like this unit for either side. But Utah's depth is going to be a problem. It looks like they're interviewing Lacob in the local telecast. I just caught that. I'm going to have to go back and hear that. I always like to hear him speak. But Utah's second unit is rough. They need another a guy that can create his own shot. Draymond. It looked to be better form, but this is ugly. Let me read some of y'all comments. Damn. Right? This is like the Super Bowl. Out of all the games, I picked this one. We want some fireworks. You know, the law of averages is going to kick in here, and at some point there's going to be an explosion, but damn. Okay, Tony sunk. I appreciate the relentless effort. 3D's corny as hell. Oh, dime. Yeah, maybe DeMarcus. Maybe if DeMarcus get some, he's had quite a few assists in the last few games, but if he looks to get other people's shots off his gravity and whatnot, maybe it will loosen up. Oh, Crowder just got nutted, but maybe it'll loosen up. I think his shot has to do less and less, I'm thinking, with stamina. I think he's in his head a little bit. I don't think he quite has his confidence with his shot. I think what's going on with Boogie is a little bit of, oh man, they're going to bring this dude back in. This dude crazy. Can't get one to go. But I think DeMarcus is experiencing a little bit of, he's feeling extra pressure because he knows who he's playing with. And everybody's kind of like making a concerted effort to get him the ball, and it's adding pressure to his shots. Quinn transition. That's a dime, baby. That's a dime. I didn't even know Quinn Cook could pass. I kid, but damn. 29 points halfway to the half. No. Let's see here. Yeah, the Draymond. The defense is up. Tape Clay up, man. You know his daddy's proud. I missed the block. Y'all. Oh, Clay is the toughest warrior. Clay is the toughest warrior. There's no question about it. Like, people confuse because Draymond growls and his intensity is high. But Clay is the toughest warrior because, I mean, just look at his shooting slumps. Who can go like 0 of 12? I think it was the Kings game. You remember the Kings game where we came back in the final like 6 minutes? We were losing the whole game. And Clay hadn't hit a shot all night. And he comes down and pulls up a 30-footer and just rails it. That to me is toughness. That, and then you combine that, I'll never forget, it's so ingrained in me. when fucking JR slid into his knees in that game one. I damn near shat myself. That was one of those oh my God moments I won't forget. And the fact that he came back and played through the series, man. It must be the calcium from that chocolate milk, huh? But yeah, he has the physical toughness. He has the mental toughness, right? He just has it all around. Because like Draymond, not to pick on him, but like his emotional toughness is weak, is lacking. I won't say it's weak, but it's lacking, right? Because he can be manipulated. He can get over fired up, right? And he gets too emotional. That to me is where he's lacking. Physically, we know Draymond's tough as hell. Oh, no one brought me my popcorn. I need to get me some popcorn. I guess I don't want to pop in the mic here. I think I popped it. And love scaffolding. I remember that. I remember that. Who does that? How Clay is off the chain. So what he's referring to is, remember, they were in New York for to play the Knicks, and the news stopped Clay on the street like he was a pedestrian. And he was like, oh yeah, the scaffold. I didn't even know what that is. Clay, I guess, right? What's the tradition? He reads the newspaper before the games, right? He's not even on his phone. Clay's cut from a different cloth, man. Clay is a legend. Like he's cut from a different cloth. Plays chess. Okay. Yeah, Ben, you're gonna need some too. I don't want to pop in the mic here, but I'm gonna have to hop up and grab this bag of popcorn here at the next break or something, and then maybe get another beer here with my little Guinness stout. But we'll see, man. This game, I think, and I don't know if I do it, Clay, but if I can get it, and this is a pattern, because I don't want to miss a breakdown in the playoffs. I know how crucial that is, especially to those of you that can't see the full game. You know, there's a lot of patrons that are like overseas or in different countries, and my breakdowns are how they find out about the game. But if we were to do a live for a playoff game where like it mattered, then I have to put the mic back. I'd have to put the mic back another 6 inches for real. But you know, this game obviously is just in fun. Clay's back in the game. This dude's an animal. Watch him dunk with the left hand in this game, like just to prove something. Ooh, that's tough. Corver was a nice little acquisition. I'm not even going to lie. I thought that maybe we could pick Corver up because I knew his days in Cleveland were numbered. Both teams playing good defense, though. There's the dunk with the left hand. Oh, he got it with the right. I was waiting for some Rudy Draymond spice. Dunk on his head. Oh, that was crazy. Clay he airballed that bitch from about 2 feet wide. Yeah, you wanted Corver too? Yeah, that was okay. And I bet you anything, Clay, next time he touches, he fires one and nets it. That's the thing with Boogie is defensively, if he comes out above the line, there's no coming back from it, right? Like he's not going to recover at all. It's an all or nothing proposition. Show, go, finish that, Sean. He didn't catch it clean. That's a bucket. Oh my goodness. You can't be any more in rhythm than that catch. That just lets me know that it's a little bit in Boogie's head right now, because that's as clean as a look as you're going to get as Looney comes up off the bench for him right now. Ingles to the cup, foul that boy. The efficiency, the swoop. Kerr wants a timeout, man. I don't know what to think of this game right now. Slim's been resting a while. All right, I'm gonna hop and grab my popcorn. I'll be back in probably like 30 seconds. All right, let's see here. Where's my little, got that shit off. All right, we back. Let me see if there was any questions here. I had this soundboard queued up for a couple funny things, but the game's been, yeah. Am I worried about Boogie? Well, like I had been saying, I think it's a mental thing right now. I think that physically he looks all right, right? But I think that he's feeling a bit of the pressure because that regardless, even if he was on the Pelicans right now, right? If the whole team was really making a concerted effort to give him the ball and get him shots, that adds pressure to your shots because you know everybody's going out of their way to get you the ball. And then you combine that with the fact that he's playing with, 4 Hall of Famers or whatever you want to call it. I think he just doesn't quite have his confidence yet. But I think that he can get it. I think for Boogie it would take just like one game of 5 threes, right? 5, and he's going to need to do that, man, for him to remain relevant and be in an all-star caliber level. Not necessarily make an all-star game, but be, thought in that way or get the bag that he wants. He's going to have to hit threes at a near 40% clip because he's not, that's just the way the game is now. Butter on my popcorn. It's the lime. It's what my wife gets. Now this is embarrassing here, but I'm gonna let you in on it. It's called Skinny Girl Pop, but it's bomb. It's like a healthy popcorn, lime, and like sea salt or something like that in a little pre-pop bag. And AG's asking, is it smart to put Clay back in the game? It's not of a risk. It's not like a knee or a back or something that's going to get more hurt. And these players, they've got egos and pride. And Clay, I think, prides himself on being tough. So I kind of knew he was coming back. That's why I was saying he better not. I expect here this final 5 minutes, I think we're going to see some baskets drop in as Sean drops one in. So what? The Warriors have 33 points here with 5 minutes to go in the half. They'll finish with 50. The law of averages, they're going to get some buckets here. Let me put this popcorn down. D. Mitchell trying to get back left. He's definitely, now that there's tape on Mitchell, you can just see things aren't coming as easy for him. He's not sneaking up on nobody no more. 6-point Warrior lead. Steph in and out, snake dribble, pulley, double team. It doesn't. Oh, come on, Steph. That's way too open. 3-point game. One thing about Looney, man, and I know I pick on him sometimes, maybe unfairly. God, it's such a lumbering job for him to get up and down the court, right? That's an extra dribble from KD. Knocks it down. I told you that the teams are about to heat up right now. You could just feel it. It was time. It was like, all right, everybody's worked up a lather and they've missed too many damn shots. But Looney to get up and down the court, you know how you say like, oh, Giannis, he just glides, or so-and-so, like even Durant just glides up and down the court. Looney really does. You can see the hip surgery in his gait. You can. It's just a struggle for him to get up and down the court. I thought that was an extra dribble from KD, but he needed it for rhythm. Did any of you check out that ESPN thing? He was on ESPN the other day, and he's got some new show on ESPN Plus. I don't have it, but something, it's similar to LeBron shit, basically, where they're like, he's got Kyle Kuzma and his guy Rich Kleiman or whatever his name is, and they're talking, business. This dude, that's his third 3. He's talking to the Warriors bench. Bell always be talking shit from the bench, and then he don't even get in the game. He might want to shut his trap until he can contribute. Just saying. Oh, Steph with the Steve Nash. He wants the 3 because it's more than 2. Hit the deck, Rubio. Trying to fire this up, man. I'm trying to get y'all fired up here because somebody needs to. But Steph continues to struggle. You know what I'm noticing with Mitchell? He doesn't have a whole lot in the bag. And what I mean by that is, like, he's fast, he's explosive, He's long, right? But he doesn't have a lot of change of direction. He doesn't have, you know, like if we were talking Kyrie has a big bag of moves, right? Donovan has like 2 moves. In and out, crossover. How many hours a night you think Quinn Snyder sleeps? Over or under 4? I guess the better question, does he sleep hanging upside down? Looks like they're trying. That's a high catch for KD. You've seen they're getting physical. They're pushing him out of his spot. He trying to get in his bag. Yeah, this shit is, yeah, under for sure. He just, I wonder if he has, and I don't even say this insulting because I really like him as a coach, but I'm curious if he has like a family and kids. I'd love to see like how intense his, like if he has like a 6-year-old son, if his son's just walking around like with that look like, just, they have to pick him up from school. You know, Will has gotten aggressive with his classmates on the playground. He's like, yes, I know. My TV's doing the jumps on me. Never had this problem ever. Unbelievable. Anyway, I can still watch the game, but my TV's like, I don't know what you call it. This is just how it goes, right? Oh, man. 3 minutes, he ain't going to stop it. I expect a different game in the second half, man. Again, I still say they hit 50 here in the half. There's a couple threes will drop here at the end. I'm going to have to pause my shit for a second. What is going on? I'll fix it at halftime. As I speak, there goes Steph with the 3 ball. Okay, we're 11 away. 1 of 6? Damn. These dudes just want to get to Charlotte. Oh, swung the elbow. Did Steph eat it? That's why you wear the mouth guard, Steph. Have any of y'all tried that? You know that Steph has sponsored mouth guards with like flavor in them and shit? I've never rocked a mouth guard ever playing hoop, but all the kids do it now. It's just a thing. I swear, Amaya asked me, there's another one. I knew it was coming. Let's go. She was like, is it required to wear a mouth guard in the NBA or when you play basketball? I was like, hell no. This is some millennial shit right here, wearing a mouth guard. But I guess they all have the Invisalign. Rudy. Feet flavored mouth guards. I see you. Right? He did. That's by all accounts, right? He's got the little foot thing with Aisha. What's good with Aisha? Aisha has like this big round face. Doesn't she have, my wife was telling me, Aisha has like some sort of disease where her face is super round. I'm not even kidding y'all. She's a pretty girl, but I did notice like she got them super big cheeks. Hopefully she got a pair of super big cheeks, or what do you call it? No, I'm just talking shit. All right, here we go. 2 minutes. Probably the lowest offensive half of the season for both of these teams. Ig's going to knock this down. Let's go. We on our way to 50. Very full-faced. Donovan Mitchell, he's getting back left. Better get out them as Adidas, D. Mitch, man. That's what happened to D. Rose, my nigga. Oh, that's a Euro move right there. I really, you know what? Hand on the ball, Warrior ball. I want to watch some Euro basketball, man. And in my training and training my kids, and I've kind of, like I said, I've gotten rejuvenated with that because both my daughters are hooping now. And the Euro game, did you hear what Doncic said the other day about how it's easier to score in the NBA than in the Euro League? I think there's a lot to be learned from their skill set and the way they play over there. And I want to see it and perhaps bring some breakdowns of Euro League stuff. I don't know how to go about that, but I'm going to do it. Hopefully, I hope they play in the summer. Yeah, he did. He did. He said that. And I believe it fully because, one, I think that they let them hand check, right? And then I think it's much more physical, basically. There's less space on the floor. You don't have guys shooting 30-footers. Okay, D. Mitch going left hits the 3 ball. They didn't even show off that. See, I have my tendency. Usually, I'm not even going to front. A lot of the stuff I don't see in the first play. I rewind and I'm like, so how did that happen, right? And that was one of those plays where I would have rewound and seen what the missed read was or the yielding of that 3 to Mitchell. There's Clay. He's going to put this up. You know he wants a shot. Gotti on our way to 50. We just need 1 3 ball. Make him go right. Make him go right. Up. Where'd he go? Left. He's going to step back left. Go 2 for 1, KD. Pull up. Pull up, Steph. Pull up. 2 for 1, baby. There you go. Woo. They're going to hold. Quinn's conservative in this manner. They're going to hold. And watch. Rubio will attack at about the 7-second mark on the shot clock. That's kind of how you're trained to go. 8, 7. Here comes the attack. A little bit of motion. He's feeling it now. He's feeling it now. So both teams have woken up a bit offensively here. Is KD going to get someone else a shot? No, he's going to pull up. Knock that down, Slim. What's good with his 3, man? He really isn't shooting the 3 that well. Damn. Had her thyroid removed. Aisha had her thyroid removed. Well, that's the half. I don't know. I don't want to end the stream. I was gonna, because everybody's sunk up here. But you know these national telecast halftimes, they can be long. Kendrick asking, what's my biggest Warrior pet peeves? That's a good question. That's a good question. I guess just the obvious, the lack of respect for opponents. And I understand like that it's kind of almost inevitable. It goes hand in hand with being so dominant, right? But that, like you said, the over switching, the sucking in on defense, as far as I understand that basketball at its purest form, you defend inside out, right? You always protect the rim. But the way the game's being played now, you kind of have to invert that, right? You have to run guys off the three-point line. And this has been a good game, an example of that. Both teams are playing modern defense, and they're pushing you off the three-point line. And the Warriors have been kind of slow to adjust to that. Ironically, being the team that's kind of been the pioneer of the three-ball era. My email, let me type it in here for you. Let's say KD leaves. How are we going to get more players since the league looks at us as villains and how they get looked at when they join the Warriors? Tony Stark, that's a serious question. That's a serious question, man, because you're seeing it with the Lakers right now, and maybe not the Lakers, but with LeBron. I think that it's going to have to be. It's going to, you know what was crazy is, when I knew that they were going to trade Fultz, I kind of wanted the Warriors to low key take a swing on Fultz, but I understood they couldn't do it because his cap hold is so high, because he was the first pick, right? But you're bringing up a very valid point that there is a stigma with joining the Warriors, and I think you saw that with this buyout market in a Wes Matthews Jr., in a Wayne Ellington, or some of these guys. Their players are viewing things differently now. The landscape of the NBA is changing, And guys are looking at their next deal, and they're also looking at, like I said, they don't want to join the super team, quote unquote super team. So I think what it's going to have to be done is it's going to have to be done via trade, or basically via trade with players that are like, so take for instance this Laker Hawks game tonight. That kid John Collins, the power forward, he's been averaging like 20 and 10 since he got back healthy this season. And he looks like he's a potential all-star. And that's what it's going to have to be eventually. I know I'm always prematurely shooting off that we're going to break this up and all that stuff. I think it's just my way of handling the fear of it eventually happening. But eventually what you're going to see is a trade of like Draymond Green or Klay Thompson. I don't know if Katie's going to be here or not, but right, they're not going to trade Steph. Like, that's just not going to happen ever. But it'll be Draymond or Klay in a trade for a package of like a young guy that potentially could be an all-star. And when you pull the trigger on that, it's just, there's never a right time, man. There's never a right time, right? But something like that, man, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to draft. Well, it may be for a draft pick. That's probably what it will be. It will be, you see the way these first round picks are moved all around in these trades, right? So let's say you take a team. I'll just throw this out here. I'm not saying it'll ever happen. Let's say Boston owns a ton of picks, right? Jason Tatum has come into his own. Kyrie has left, right? They've got a nice mix of guys in their prime. And it's like, all right, we'll trade you Draymond for the 6th pick in the draft and whatever, right? Because Draymond would be super valuable to get those guys over the top. They don't need another young guy to develop. And then it would be with a guy that we already have targeted at that spot. Something to that effect. But you're right. Pulling in another superstar, I don't know, man. I will say, Silicon Valley, Steph Curry, the new stadium, there is a lot to attract guys. There is, there is a lot of pull to the Bay Area right now and what it's become, but they're battling the stigma for sure. I hear you, Major. I hear you. Klay he's such a legend already, just with his antics or lack thereof, really. I know what you're saying, but it's like, I'll relate this to, and this was different ownership, different management, but right after the We Believe run, right, you have all these guys, and we've seen this several times through history just with the Warriors. Once, after the We Believe run, remember when they all of a sudden traded Jason Richardson for Brandon Wright? The draft rights to Brandon Wright to Charlotte. And it was like, what the hell? We're breaking this up? And clearly that was a premature breakup of a team. Money played a factor in it, right? And Brandon Wright couldn't stay right. His bony ass shoulders, his bird chest and shit. B. Wright had a bird chest, man. Him and Anthony Randolph. But then if you want to move on beyond that, it was the Mitch Richmond trade, right? And so there's a history, and we're talking about for Billy Owens, right? And that necessarily wasn't a break up and move on thing. I think it was a Don Nelson infatuation with point forwards is what it was. But there's a time, and then let's look at like Phoenix and the 7 seconds or less, the Nash thing, right? They held on to their guys a little too long, Marion and Nash and Amari. And well, Amari was a different thing, but then they didn't get the right value for it. It was, they didn't get value back. And then now you're seeing them, they've been rebuilding for like 8 years. I don't know, not 8 years, but 5 years, let's say. Right. So you hold on to a guy way past his prime. You look at like the D Wade situation. Everything is unique in itself, but you hold on to a star who has a lot of cachet with a franchise too long, and then he has no value to move on from. But then you do it too soon, and you're fucking up too. So it's not a right answer. Shaq be talking hella shit, yo. Shaq be talking hella shit. You'd rather lose KD to keep Clay, even Dre, believe it or not. Kendrick, let me ask you this, Kendrick. When did you, and I don't say this judgingly, when did you start watching the Warriors? Because what I've noticed is Warrior fans, newer Warrior fans, where this is the only iteration of the Warriors that they've known is this dominant era, they have an extra amount of sentimental value tied into the core guys, Draymond, Clay, and Steph. And who am I to say that it is what it is, right? For sure. But no, I'll say this right now. I will lose Clay and Draymond to keep KD on a 5-year Supermax. Like, I'm not saying because we wouldn't have to lose both of them. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying if it was keep Draymond and Clay or keep KD, I'd keep KD and Steph and build around them. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that you should feel this way either. I'm just telling you, moving forward, that's how I feel about it. Exactly, Major, right? Like, throw sentimental value and stuff out the window. If you have KD and Steph for the next 5 years, we are guaranteed contenders. Basically, you would have to really fuck up to not be contenders if you have those two. Now, if we have Steph, Clay, and Draymond, I would hope we would be. But I don't think it's as sure of a thing. I really don't. Exactly, right? Nothing's a guarantee, but you see what I'm saying. Now, if it was like who, and I've said this before, if it was like, yo, who would you rather go hang out with? Who you're getting married and you're going to Jamaica for the bachelor party, right? Who do you want on the bachelor party? Clay, Draymond, or KD? KD's the last pick for sure. Right? There's different things, right? There's different things. Clay obviously is probably above everyone else. But I'm just saying, yeah, Draymond as a man, or, you appreciate his emotional intensity and all that. But come on, man. Kevin Durant's going to go down as like a top 10 player of all time. So we have to keep that in perspective. Any theories or insight on Endgame? What's that? I don't know what the end. What's Endgame? Hit me to it. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Major. I have to. You're saying I don't know if it's my fear that Durant's out that is magnifying it, and it's like one of those things where I don't want to disappoint myself, so I'm kind of telling myself he's out, or if he's really out. And I'll say it, I've said it before, I think that he just doesn't, I don't think he knows. And I know in the New York and all the speculation, I think, Endgame, okay. I think that it's remained to be seen, man. I think that, and maybe he doesn't care, maybe he's comfortable enough being the villain. Knock on wood, God forbid we don't three-peat. God forbid. Look at this spoiled ass fans, man. But if somehow we don't win the championship this year, I think it would look pretty nasty for him to leave. And I don't know. Who knows the optics? But I don't know. It's so hard to speculate. Dude, I thought about that. When Barnes got traded, I was like, what if we hit up Barnes I think he has a player option though. But if we were like, Harrison, we'll pay you 1/4 of KD's max to come and fill his spot. If I go, well, I am live right now. We can all sync up. Right. Yeah, it hasn't started. I'll tell you, I'll pause. I think most people are sunk up with me. I'll tell you when it starts, but Yeah, we got time. We're at the players only halftime report. They're probably all hitting on Candace, and they're trying to eat her cookie again. I'm 30 seconds behind. Well, so it's easier rather than throw off everybody in the stream. Just pause for 30 seconds, and then you'll be caught up. You feel me? I don't know, man. Barnes is all right. Barnes is all right. Like, it's all about value. I don't know what the cap will be, right? And so I don't know what his deal will. I have no idea what his next deal will be. But if it's at a fair price, yeah, I love Barnes is solid, man. But you can't give Barnes the ball and really go get a basket efficiently still. He just doesn't have that. Barnett points it out. He doesn't have a first step, basically. I think Iggy's going to collect his money until the bitter end, though. I don't think he's going to retire. Zion, I won't say this. This is strictly for patrons. Since we're here, we got 84 people watching this. This is between me and y'all, because I don't want to put this out in the air of like YouTube, and Zion's going to get hurt, bro. Zion's going to get hurt. You can't be that big and elevate like that. And he elevates recklessly too. He doesn't even like pick his spots yet. Like he be elevating, chase down. Like, I hope he doesn't. Man, because he's so spectacular. It'll be fun to watch. But it's just a math problem, dude. It's when you're going up that high and coming down and you're that heavy, it's going to be what it's going to be. And so the kid out of Murray State, Ja, that's the kid I'm taking first. I know the Zion, like, what are they trying for Zion? Lying for Zion? All the hype around Zion. The kid from Murray State, Ja, he shoots the three off the dribble, has great vision, has the swagger, has the length. That's the first pick, y'all. That's the first pick. Yeah. What I would do is, if I was around him or I was in his circle, KD getting interviewed here. This is weird. If I was in Zion's circle, I would put him. It's a fine line. You need a nutritionist. You need like Mike Dolce, the guy for the MMA fighters. But he needs a very specific meal plan to lean out, because if he's at 280, you'd want him at like 260. Because I heard he's not even 6'8". I heard he's closer to like 6'5". And then there was one more question. Yeah, I was thinking, what if KD dipped and then the Warriors simultaneously was like, oh yeah, we just signed Kawhi. What? We just signed Kawhi. Say something. There was a question that I wanted to get to here. Yeah, you're right. Zion will probably fool the Knicks into going first if he stays healthy through the tournament. Draymond 3-ball to start. He always gets like, you can tell Draymond gets like a pep talk in between breaks, and then he shoots the three, right? But if he's been playing for 4 or 5 minutes, the confidence leaves his body and he just doesn't want to shoot the three. But like out of a timeout or out of a quarter, he's like, yeah, I'm going to make this three. Backdoor, too easy. You saw that coming from half court. No, yeah, I don't think it will. The cap space thing. I'm no capologist, but I think we're pretty taxed. If two of them leave, if Clay and KD leave, excuse me. Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt the Knicks are getting that first pick. But like I said, Zion, man, we'll see. Maybe he'll slim out. He is so strong. Like, there is a world where he stays healthy and he's a beast. What happened here? Again, I don't have the audio, y'all. Crowder was getting into it with Boogie. Is that what happened? Push that, Steph. Pull up, Steph. Floater, Steph. Oh, Lord. I don't think he knew what he wanted there. Someone put me on. Was Crowder talking shit to Boogie? To KD? I don't like when non-stars talk shit to stars. I think it just doesn't end well for the non-star team. Like if like Donovan Mitchell really, I mean, Utah's not like star, heavy equipped with stars, but you got to be one of the guys for your squad to talk that shit to fire up like one of these guys like that. You can't, it's out of pocket. It's out of pocket. But you said someone was saying Embiid was talking shit after that Celtics game. Embiid gets a little too, I like the energy of this game. Despite the score or the efficiency of the shooting, the effort level's been pretty damn high. Favors. You want to talk about losing your athleticism young? Favors, my God. You remember him in New Jersey? He used to jump out of the gym. That's tough. You like my Rudy soundbite? Oh, okay, someone's trying to sync up. I'm at 9:55 right now. Boogie in the post. Clay 3-ball. Gotti. Clay likes to play chipped up. 9:40. 48-54 Warriors. That's a crazy finish right there, boy. That's what I'm talking about, studying the European game. I'm very fascinated with these players who Steph just had no idea what he wanted to do there. But because I'm not trying to sound racist, I'm just being honest and realistic here. The European game is way less based on athleticism, right? And so their skill set and the way they develop, particularly attacking the rim, is super unique and different, and I'm fascinated with it. I think Doncic has really made me fascinated with it, and just studying the other guys around the league, I think there's a lot to be learned from it. Specifically in me coaching my girls, and the girls' game is below the rim, obviously, and so that's what has piqued my interest. Boogie, get that. Let's go, Boog. That short corner three. Let's go, Boog. Just make it clap.
I love romance.
I was saving that. I had to use it. One thing I'll say about Quinn is, as intense as he is, he, because you may want to compare him to like a Thibodeau, right? But for whatever reason, his players, he knows how to, he walks the line better. His players seem to like him more and play harder for him. Tibbs was just a drill sergeant. I don't think anybody liked him. Get that, Steph. Let's go. This is a competitive game, man. Clay looks like he wants to put the clampers on. Rubio, he was due. Let's face it. Everybody in this game is due to hit a three. Swing that. We talked about this double A, and some of y'all, that's a good shot from Clay, but he never spots KD open. Clay never finds KD when he's open. Oh, I don't know about that one. I have to say, the Gilbert Arenas scouting report on Mitchell has been super accurate. I don't think I've seen him get all the way right this entire game, or even attempt to get all the way right. The rhythmless 3-ball. The cameras have been doing that an awful lot this season, where they miss the inbound or they're showing a replay and then they miss a basket. It's annoying as fuck, especially when you're trying to do what I do. He's shooting. Oh, good find. Another one. Corner Ingles 3. Watch out for it. And you see the way Favors, who doesn't get up like he used to, because Boogie's in there, he just doesn't pose a threat as a rim presence. Like, the only reason Favors attacked that aggressively was because he knew Boogie couldn't get it. There goes Steph slipping on them shoes again. My goodness. Let me catch up with y'all. Oh, what's my play clock? 6:48 at the break. Commercial. Damn, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it, man. It's going quick. It's going quicker than I thought. You know, it was, to be honest with you, like I said, it was just the fact of like a 2.5 hours, it seemed daunting to try to fill that airtime, man. But I should have known how much I like to talk. Yeah, it has been weird, but hey, hopefully we'll get like a dramatic finish and we can kind of celebrate together. That would cap it off, right? If we get like some sort of dagger at the end of the game, get up, knock my mic over and shit. That'll just be the end of the telecast. Yeah, man, Tony, that's the idea. That's what I didn't want to, my daughter was like, "Are you nervous?" This is, I was like, "Well, I'm just going to be me, man. I'm just going to chill and say what I say. I'm not too worried about the breakdown stuff. You know, it's a different look." Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it feels short, man. It does go fast. It's like from the other end of the lens, like when you're the content provider, you're always thinking of like, well, can I fill this time? I don't want to have like dead time. You know what I mean? But I don't usually struggle with that. Kingdom of Hearts role-playing game, man. I struggle. I have an Xbox One X right now. And I've always been a gamer just because I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 83. But I really struggle to find games to enjoy because I don't play online, but I've found that just like the story-based shooters where I can just like kind of zone out and just shoot, or 2K or Madden, that's about it. But some of these games, it's just way too much of a commitment. It's like, damn, you want me to do all that? Yeah, see, I've gone back and forth with the Xbox and the PS4, but I'm a graphics whore. And the One X with the 4K is just the premium. It's the premium right now. And since console exclusives are kind of like a dying thing, I eventually swapped and went to the Xbox. But I'm looking forward to this Metro Exodus. And what I do is I Redbox the games because I've realized after like a weekend, I'm like, I ain't playing this shit no more. So I just $7 for the weekend and I'm good. That's the real budget way to do it. Yeah, it's too much of a commitment. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle. If you're 18 and you live in your mom's basement, then by all means, man. But I'm looking for like 45 minutes to an hour to just stop thinking. Stop thinking, because doing what I do, don't get me wrong. Oh, there's the Chase Center. That shit looks crazy. Doing what I do, the challenge is to like turn off my brain of like, what am I going to do next? Like, what do I got to do? Like, if there's like a game on, it's like I feel kind of obligated to like check out what's going on. And so trying to balance that. Side out of bounds. Boogie head knock Steph. The little hezzy. Flip that back. One more pass, Draymond. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, okay. KD wanted the mouse in the house. I didn't see KD with the mismatch. I thought Draymond looked like he was finna size up a shot. That's real, Mage. Like grind, right? When you have to like, when there's like tasks and like ranking up, it's like, come on, man. I just want to have some fat. You know what was great is like the last Doom. I don't know if you're a shooter fan, but like right where it's just boom, 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 boom. It's just chill out, put on some music, and just shoot. Even the sports games like Madden, if you don't like prepare for their offense, right? Then like you're in trouble. Like you have to prepare for their schemes. Shit gets crazy. That's good defense, Steph. You guys remember Rubio, his entire career has had to have heard, I can't believe Minnesota drafted you over Steph Curry. So he always has a little bit of extra sauce for Steph. Not that he wins the matchup, but I think that's added motivation. Oh, how many games does Damian Lee get to be up with the squad? And why isn't Jake? I'm salty because Jacob Evans was a draft pick. I feel like we need to invest more in him than
Free smoke, hey.
He probably flopped. When has Korver ever thrown an aggressive elbow? That's what I'm saying. I wanted to see those two go at it. That's really what I had those French sound bites teed up for, was when those fools got in each other's face. But maybe we'll have a confrontation at the rim. This is a 1-point game, though. There you go. Yeah, there's a little extra nudging going on. McKinney hasn't gotten in the game, I've noticed, right? See, Mitchell, to me, I'm gapping him and I'm giving him the 3. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not giving him a wide open 3, but I'm not going to crowd him and sell out on him on the 3-point line like you would say like a Dame Lillard or somebody like that. Mitchell really wants to put it down and get in the paint. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, he just got in? Okay, I didn't notice him. See, I'm multitasking here. Is that Ig coming? Oh, no. Okay, you're just a little bit ahead. He's coming to the scores table. But I feel like, so I know Exum is out for the Jazz. Dante Exum, 6'6" guard out of Australia. Looks like Brittany Griner. But who is Utah missing? I feel like they're missing somebody. Like, this is it? This is all they got? I know it's a competitive game. They're hanging in here. I feel like they just don't have enough. Donovan Mitchell is the only guy that can get his own shot. That's just not going to get it done. Flat out, it's just not going to get it done. No, he just shot him. I'm at the 5-10 mark right now. They keep getting Rubio switched on KD. Here comes the full double. Pre-injury Hayward, yeah. He actually looked good in that first game, right? Hayward hit a couple big threes, man. Let's be honest. The Celtics are better without Kyrie. Let's just keep it a buck. Kyrie is whack. I've been saying it for years. Like, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing offensive player. He ain't no leader. He worked next to LeBron because LeBron is fucking LeBron James. Oh, that was nasty. I just got done saying you yield the 3 to Mitchell. He just pulls a hezzy 3. I don't really like KD's shot selection at this point, really. Oh, that's offensive. Good no call. Push it, Steph. I don't like the pace, man. Push it. Don't let them set their defense up. Don't let Gobert get back in the paint. I don't know what Steph's waiting for right there, man. Yeah, you're right. KD used to always bang down a three after the other team hit a three. No, yeah, LeBron, don't get me wrong. LeBron comes with his own problems. I'm just saying Kyrie is a lot more style than substance. Big three from Igga. Big three from Igga. I'm just going to call him Igga. Igga, my nigga, Igga. I still like Major. I like your theory. So Major hit me on Twitter. I think it was Twitter. And he was like, I think that Vince called Iguodala and was like, man, stop being an asshole. You're 35. Play like it. You know, I'm 42. Don't take it for granted. And I don't think you're that far off with that, man. I really don't, because they were on a podcast together. The Ringer Network, there's a podcast with Vince Carter and Kent Bazemore. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's on the Ringer Network. You can find it. And, you know, obviously they're teammates in Atlanta. And so when the Golden State was in Atlanta last month, they had Steph and Iguodala on the podcast. And so I don't think it's that far off. I wouldn't be surprised if off air, Vince was like, yo, man, use it until you lose it. You know, what are you saving it for, man? I'm 41 and I still got it. Mitchell, another one. I knew it was in before he let it go. You could just tell he's in rhythm. That's a big basket. Utah with the lead. It's like things going to get tight here. Oh, I don't like the footwork there, Steph. McKinney doing what he do, but did you see Steph? He dragged his toe on that step back, and it broke his rhythm. Mitchell, heat check, it's coming. Heat check's coming. Look at Iguodala recover. Good denial of the ball. The Warriors are aware that Mitchell's feeling it. They're denying him the ball. I'll take that shot. You live with that. Who is that dude? He's been on the Jazz for like 3 years. I still don't know his name. Booker T. Is that Harlem Heat right there? Oh, all the way. And one. Damn, man. Oh. Oh. Come on, man. Okay, it's O'Neal. I don't know why I thought it was Booker. Didn't they have a dude named Booker too? Yeah, that was terrible. Don't look now. This game's sliding away. All right, obviously just went to commercial here at Wells Fargo or whatever the hell this is. I'm going to get one more brew for this fourth quarter stretch. Clear my throat from this popcorn. I'll be back in a hot second. Oh, shit. Do these fools really have a cupcake business? Stop it. Stop it. Is he? I got to look at the box score. Yeah, I'm missing out. I knew that this would be the case. Yeah, man, my bad. I'm chomping in the mic probably, man, but I didn't want to eat my dinner until after the game just because when I eat I try to, here's a little alchemy nutrition tip. It's probably not healthy, but I like to eat late, like before I go to bed, because it helps me sleep. Otherwise, sometimes I'm just anxious and stuff like that. But so I'm snacking, having this Postmates. Man, my kids be so lazy. My oldest, she's got a job at a country club, like as a server, little golf resort, and so now she's got some pocket change, and she be Postmating chicken McNuggets for like, they'll let you order, like the minimum is like $5, $4. Shit's crazy. I hear you. I partake. You see me with my beer. My resolution was, and I've done pretty good, I'm not drinking on a regular basis and trying to stay hydrated, doing saunas, and I feel good. I feel healthy. But I also realize I have to find the balance on certain events. Having a beer or having a glass of wine. Why not, man? Life's too short. So it's like I recalibrated. I think I did like 28 days in a row, just sober completely. And then slowly reintegrated some extracurricular activities, you know, to balance it out, because there is a give and a take as this game here, Corver on the free throw line. Because, you know, people can say, oh, you know, you're drinking, you're damaging your liver, or you're smoking, you're hurting your lungs, as far as, you know, the trees, the greenery. But what is it doing to relax your body and your mind and in letting you enjoy life and sleep? So there is a give and a take absolutely with that. It's just like everything else. It's a balance. All right, here we go. Utah up 5 with 2:40 in the third quarter. You got McKinney in there with Looney, Iguodala, and the two MVPs. All the way left hand, Ig. Remember I was bringing this up, was it last year? But I was pointing out Iguodala never uses his left hand. Did you see that drive? That was a complete left-handed opportunity. He still got it done. Because why? Most of his life, he's finished above the rim. That's offensive. Oh, he was in the restricted. All right, man, we got a game here. We got a game. Quinn's like, someone strangle me between quarters. Wring my neck. Cut my hair off. I don't like this. That's too many dribbles. That's too many dribbles. If KD's going to go to work in the post, one dribble at the most. One rhythm dribble if he faces up, or one dribble to go over a shoulder. When KD takes 2 and 3 dribbles in the post, just like with Clay, it becomes way less efficient. Really, that holds true to every player, but those two in particular. He does, man. He has that trampoline bounce, the 2-footed jump. Damn, who's the baddie right there behind Zeke? Is that who's he? Is that a Bay Area athlete with his Instagram thotty, or am I just tripping? He's throwing up gang signs now. .145. 145. Mitchell just missed the 3. Draymond's pushing up the court. Now we're at 140. Jerebko's in the game to spread the floor. And this is going to be heavy time for KD here. 2 minutes. He tried his old rip-through move on Crowder. Maybe we'll get some spice between those two. Crowder always talking that shit. I get it. He's that guy, but you would kind of hope he was a little better of a player if he's going to be the igniter, the fire starter, right? Right, Steph? Wait do you see this this thumbnail I have created for this video on the threats to the throne. It's called Watch the Throne. Dope ass art of Steph. But he's definitely, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Richard Kim or one of the patrons, one of the long patrons that was saying that Steph, I think, maybe realizes that MVP is out of the possibility this year. And that's kind of demotivated him here into the stretch. Also, Damn, look at the ball moving. You know Korver's going to knock that shit down. Great closeout. Great closeout from KD out there. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's a defensive series. Let's make them pay on the other end. Oh, man. All the way. And one. And one. Let's go. Let's go. That was a hell of a defensive series there. Help the help. How many closeouts were on one play? And then eventually they mess up. I tell kids all the time, you don't have to reach. You don't have to gamble. If you stay in position and stay disciplined, the offensive player will eventually cough up the ball. And that's not always the case, right? Great offense beats great defense. But a lot of the time, if you just keep staying in position and make them work, make them swing the ball, eventually a mistake will happen. And you saw that on that possession. KD, the and one. Roof that, Draymond. Roof that, Draymond. Oh, he just got out the way. All right, I'm getting a little hyped here, man. This is turning out to be a competitive game. 55 seconds, 1 point game. We'll get a 2-for-1 here at least. It's KD in the mid post. Oh, he's shooting it. He's short. That's all right. Look at the defense. The defense is engaged. I think we're in good shape, fellas, because just look at the activity defensively. Look at the alertness. Ooh, there's the 35-year-old. There's the 35-year-old. When have you seen Iguodala? I think he didn't know Neto had that in him, right? He got frozen. Trap, swing. Oh, I thought the baseline was there. That's a hell of a pass. That's a hell of a pass, Day-Day. Please, no fouls. Neto's going to try to get to the cup here. The slip. Step up. It's all right. They played it well, man. It's just good offense. Is that going down for us? Oh, okay. Korver trying to take the charge. Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. Shout out to someone on Patreon. Got a new patron. Shout out Zachary. No, Zach. I think Zach's been on there. I feel like Zach's just resubscribing to the patron. We got ourselves a competitive game. Oh, my bad. We're at the quarter now. 14 points. Shit, Kyle Korver's been playing since before the three-point line. That's what's crazy. No, but he's like 37 or 38. But yeah, the way he moves, he still moves super fast because of style of play, right? When you play without the ball, I won't say that all the time because if you're a slasher and you try to finish at the rim, that's not the case. But the way Korver and Redick play, and you could even say Clay, but Clay does more defensively, obviously. It's just nice on the knees, right? Because he's just running smooth routes, man. And then he has the size. If Korver was like 6'5", there's no way he would have been able to have such a prolonged career. He could be. Korver, I think is, I guess they're the same height. Korver, I feel like Korver's taller, but you're right. The difference being though that Clay, his body, and Clay is probably he is more sturdily built, but asking him to guard Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook, that's the difference in taking the toll throughout the years, because Korver, not only has he just played off the ball, he's always also been hidden defensively, right? He's always been the guy that they try to hide on the weak player. Zach, what up, man? What up? I just shouted you out before you even jumped on, man. Appreciate the support, man. This is my my first attempt at a live stream during game. We're in between quarters, so hopefully you can be sunk up. Pause. Is that a pause as in something I said, or is it in a pause as in pause the game? He has some catching up to do. But yeah, man, we jumping into this. This is competitive. I think this is going pretty well. I'm not going to front. I'm missing these. Y'all are in your own zone on the comments. Oh, who's my MVP right now? Time. All right, hold on. It's commercial. I just got the players only graphic, and it's showing the banners now. It's showing the championship banners. Thurman, Mully. It's going to be an Ingles inbounds on the baseline. They still got the nerve to show Anthony Davis in the promo. I am at 11:55. Draymond picking up ball pressure at half court. Checking this lineup here. Boogie, S. Clay, Iguodala. Oh, that's a nice finish, man. And you see Draymond, as good as he is, as versatile as he is, sometimes at the rim, he's just flat out undersized, right? Favors just extended over his ass right there. They want to get Clay a shot, but let's not force things. He's pulling up for sure. Oh. How many big baskets has Clay made in the last month in the beginning of fourth quarters? I'll answer it for you. A lot. This kid's been hitting them all night, man. He's been hitting them all night. And if you think that you're not in sync, I'm calling some of these shots before they go in. Because that's what I do. Just like this one. Drop it. I jinxed it. I was trying to be positive for that one. That's Warrior ball. Is it the legs, though? At this point, I guess you could blame that. The problem with this offense, and I mean, Clay's making some tough shots, but it's super obvious that, like, Clay is option A, option B, and option C right now, right? You almost, I don't know. It's asking a lot of him when the defense can completely key on him in this lineup. And the idea would be that, you know, Boogie is the second option, but right now, he ain't got it. Yeah. Clay is in between his first and second free throw. 10-25. He's loading up for the second free throw. And we've got an 89-84 game. Still 10-25. 24-23. Kerr, I don't know how to read Kerr. Kerr is so even keel. Korver letting it fly. There's the challenge. Oh, I didn't like that, Draymond. I knew he was going to do that. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. Oh, way to stay down, Boogie. Way to stay down. Draymond can't help himself. He just has to try the home run shit. Damn, that fool is a little bullet. He's super quick, right? That's the one thing we're lacking. Not that there's a ton of them in the league, but like Quinn Cook's not that guy. He's of that built. But if like a guy like Neto, we really don't have anybody that can stay in front of a water bug, you know, and there's not too many of them left in the league. Everybody's going with the length and shooting now. But a guy like Neto is a mismatch because and then when you let him back pedal and then get a head of steam at you. 6-point, about to be 7-point lead here. Usually what Steve's done, I don't know if you've noticed the patterns, he'll bring Steph in here soon around the 8-minute mark and then KD around the 6.5-minute mark. Oh, come on, Boogie. It worked out. I'd have liked to seen DeMarcus just finish that. That pass in that type of corridors is tough. Okay, Ig. Okay, Ig. And one, Ig. That's a big play, man. That's a big play. Why he looked like he want to eat a deli sandwich? Because Kirby on them Northern California meditational herbs. Someone asked me today on Twitter, who's the most athletic warrior? And I thought about it for a second because I'm thinking, well, obviously Jordan Bell, right? But on a given play, it's still Iguodala. He's that freakish of an athlete. Like, I don't think he has it like day in and day out, like in practice, you know what I mean? But in flashes, like on a given play when he chooses to, we've seen him. We've seen him. It's crazy. That dunk that last week where with two hands and he leaned to the side and finished it, that's tough, man. That's super tough to do. Whenever you cock or clutch a ball on the way up to the rim, it's super hard to keep two hands on it. You only do that like if you have like phenomenal elevation, basically. He does, man. He does. He's got the, I don't know if he does the curl. I almost feel like they're natural. I almost feel like it's a natural thing for him because he's always had them. Go look at a picture of Ig at U of A, and he still had those arms. It's just of his build. And then the thin waist with the broad shoulders, it lends itself to elevation. Any of you see the UFC? I streamed that Anderson Silva fight. I was nervous. Anderson Silva, my favorite fighter of all time. I was worried he was going to embarrass himself and just like shit himself in the middle of the ring, the way the critics had it sounded. But he had a good showing. He had a good showing in that Australia card. Yeah, I think Sean, when Sean, Nico, you're talking about Livingston doing more. And, when he blew his knee out in his rookie year as the Clippers, and he was, I think, the 5th pick in the draft. And he was people were saying he was next and he was going to be a superstar. And we'll never know. We'll never know what impact the injury had on his confidence as a player. But I just don't see that type A personality in Sean. I think he was always destined to be a supplementary player or a role player, albeit a good one, right? And you're right. He does save it for moments, but I think that his personality, it was like, Looney's not a good example because he's so physically limited. It's the same thing I see with Damian Jones. I've had, shout out to Mark if he's watching this, and he and I have gone back and forth about Damian Jones and his potential and writing him off too early. But he doesn't have it. You know how you talk about it? And it's cliche and all that, but Damian, some guys you can tell pretty quick, like he ain't got it. He don't have the juice. He don't really want the ball. He doesn't have that competitive edge. I don't think Sean has it either. The thing also you talk about we're talking about Boston in that game earlier and their problems with their bench is that's what's so big about Sean and Iguodala is they don't want more. The problem would be is if Sean and Iguodala were 26 and they were looking at their next contract and trying to prove that they could be all-stars, that may be problematic. That may cause chemistry issues. So when we complain, and I do it myself, we complain about them dogging it or not turning it on. At the same time, they're willing to play their part. Boogie in the post, head knock. Mitchell sticking him. That's tough, man. I bet you he doesn't finish this game. I know he finished the Phoenix game. Let's be honest. Boogie's looked awful in this. Oh, he's strong, man. He's strong. He doesn't necessarily have to beat you. He can put his shoulder on you and still finish. We've got 5-point game. Is Steph back in there yet? No, not yet. Don't do it, Draymond. It's just not worth it. Clay, man, big shot after big shot. You see Iguodala close out? Okay, there's a big rebound. That Iguodala closeout was crucial, man. I know he felt that in the knees. Great effort from him. Oh, and one. We got ourselves a game, fellas. Ladies, I'm sure there's a lady or two watching. We got ourselves a game. Mitchell rolling right. Oh, read it. Hit the floor. Do not. Ingles has I don't want to say it, but he has a knack for timely threes. We have to sell out on him. No. I thought they were going to bail him out with that. All right. Well done, second unit. Well done, second unit. That first 5 minutes was danger time. Oh, he's rumbling. He's rumbling. And one, big man. Oh, my God. He cannot buy one. Oh, they're getting spicy now? Watch Rudy and DeMarcus here. Gobert, am I wrong, or has Gobert had like no impact on this game? Maybe I'm just completely tripping. I think maybe I'm just looking for him to talk shit and get in a dust up, but very quiet night from Rudy, man. He's got to use glass on that. He's got to use glass on that. Time, I am at 7:04 on the inbounds. Steph is preparing an air dump here at Oracle as he enters the game. Mitchell at the top, high pick and roll. Gobert the roll. That was a kick ball. Draymond blocks a three. Here we go out on the break. Give the ball up, Boogie. I thought he should have given that up a little bit early. And that's the thing with guys that, a guy that like Boogie, Clay, where, and I do it all the time. I complain about their lack of passing. It just goes hand in hand with their offensive mentality. That's why Clay makes those money-ass shots, is because he ain't thinking about passing. When you're thinking about passing, it takes you out of your rhythm for your shot. It's that simple. We've got the starting five with Livingston. Mid-range pulley is short from Steph. This is interesting that it's Sean in there with these guys instead of Iguodala. Here we go, Steph. Let's put these boys away. Can I get a win on my first game live stream here so we can celebrate, right? Put them away, baby. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, y'all. I don't know what to call that. The lead at 6:10 right now. What's the call? See, I'm looking at the time and back and forth. Was it an offensive foul here on Crowder? He looks like he's complaining. Take your predator ass back to Utah, boy. Take that predator ass back to Utah, boy. Let him know. Roracle activated. Roracle activated. It is important to point out, Utah does not get flustered. I shouldn't say that. Everybody can get flustered. But Utah, it's important that we don't hunt a knockout punch right here, right? We've retaken the momentum. It feels like we're gaining control here at home, at home against Utah. But they take on the personality of their coach. They're going to play all the way through these final 6 minutes and play hard. And I just hope that we don't get caught searching for home run plays for that final knockout punch, because they have a tendency to do that with the crowd behind them. We've talked about how they've kind of played better on the road this year, right? And part of that is playing to the crowd. And so they sense the Jazz are wobbly. Let's just keep sticking the jab, keep doing what we do, keep playing on defense, keep executing, and let that lead grow and take the dub. Quinn Snyder should play in the new remake of Bad Lieutenant. He's like, pull over, baby. Pull over. Come here. Let me see what you got. I didn't see that. Clay was his little that Euro flick, man. Yeah, he doesn't even bend his knees. I don't even think Rubio bends the knees at his shot. I don't know how he even gets it there. It's weird. Because I've been studying the girls' game, training my kids. A lot of the girls, I've talked about this before, they don't have a dip. They don't dip their hips in their shot. They just catch and release. And you can argue that it's more efficient. There's less motion, but I train against it. I don't care who you are. Dip the ball. And I'm not talking about a big pronounced dip like Iguodala. He could stand to lose a little of his dip, honestly. But the hips are where the power is generated, and your rhythm is in your hips, more importantly. When you dip, we dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Come on, ride a train. Now we showing our age, man. What was the Quad City DJs? I'm with you. Y'all remember Chewy Gomez? Remember, what was it on, like Cron, whatever, you come on after school? Chewy Gomez on 106 and you get the music videos? Shit. 18th overall on 3-pointers made. I appreciate the stats. Wait, is that right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you just consider, we keep talking about Clay and his potential longevity, right? Is Clay like 29 or something like that? So, I mean, we're looking at another 5 or 6 years of let's say 5 years at this same prolific rate. He's going to be up there, man. Boogie's got to show sooner than that. He got a hand on it. I thought Boogie was retreating too much on that play. That's a big play. He's still in the game. 6-minute mark right now. KD feeds Oh, come on. Call that. Okay, let's go.
Go get the strap.
Let's go. You want it? We got it. I like that. Go high five over Crowder's head. That's real low-key disrespectful. Go high five over that fool's head. Put your pit in his face. See, 8 points and 5 fouls, yet he's firing up the champs. Fall back, son. He's due. Oh, look at Steph on the offensive glass. That's Steph's rebound right there. Bang that, Slim. Boogie. Look at Steph flexing on him. Let's go. I like the DeMarcus. You're noticing he's not as emotional as we've seen, right? This is a growing experience for him. He doesn't have to be as emotional. He knows he's struggling. Play basketball. Do what you do. Be big. I thought they almost teed him up for that rim hang. I was nervous there. Oh, you got to drop that, Boog. You got to drop that. The threes and the free throws, they have to come along, man, to make up for your deficiencies elsewhere. He missed Crowder on the baseline. Mitchell's not much of a passer. I don't know if y'all noticed, but he's a little bit late with the passes. Oh, no. That's tough. You live with that. But Mitchell is definitely, he doesn't anticipate well. Like he option A and option B is a shot. 7 of 20 for 18 points. That's not much production considering how much he's had the ball in his hands. I know I'm kind of shitting on him, but fuck it. Doubles. He needs to read that, baby. Let's go. Put the Mormons away. All right, I'm at 4:45, 5-point lead. Let's put these boys away. Oh, he's feeling it. With the pop. Timeout, Quinn. Get the body bags ready, Quinn. Woo! My bad if I ruined the timing. Heed my warnings. Woo, this has turned out into be quite a game, right? It's everything we've asked for. Competitive, late fireworks from the chef. It ain't over yet, though. It ain't over. It ain't over yet, y'all. Because you know what my biggest takeaway is thus far is how well we've defended the 3-point line. Now, Utah's helped us a bit. They've missed. I'm gonna be real. They've missed some open looks, particularly in that first quarter. Right? They missed some wide open looks, but just the overall effort to run them off the 3-point line, the second and third efforts, right, where a guy rotates over, it's swung, they rotate again, they rotate again. We've seen that several times, and that sped up Utah, and that's what's broken their rhythm. Oh, there's the little Currys right there, or is it? No, they just some knockoff Currys? That had to be Curry's girls. That had to be Curry's girls. But the extra effort on the perimeter has sped up Utah's rhythm. And it's no coincidence that they're not shooting the ball well, knock on wood here, with a couple of minutes left in this game. Oh, there's a lot of time, y'all. I don't want to preemie here. We got 4:30 left. Ingles, he's going to start flying. Not flying, but letting him fly. Good discipline. Oh, he wants this. And one. And one. Uh-oh. And nothing you can do. Like, is there a more terrifying situation than Steph Curry hot late at Oracle Arena? I'll wait. Oh, there's the Euro. Like I said, they're not going to get discouraged. They keep playing. Bang that, Clay. Woo! Okay. Okay, they delivering for me. They delivering for me in this stream. We having some fun, y'all. We having some fun. That's a nice play. I think it's interesting that it's Rubio with the ball in his hands late, right? Like Mitchell's been pounding the ball the whole game, and now it's Rubio here in the final 5 minutes. Steph is going to heat check. Oh, he's rumbling. The mudslide. Shout out Steve. You got to knock these down, Boog. You got to knock these down. Take your time. And I'm confident that DeMarcus is going to knock these down because he's just been to the line. Nice 2-foot plen finish. And so I have the volume way down, but I can still hear the salty voices of the TNT telecast. And I get it. I get it because everybody, it's just like the Patriots. You know, Kerr was kind of mocking things with the Super Bowl when they asked him about it. He'd get tired of the same team winning. So I get why people are tired of the Warriors, but it's hilarious to hear the national telecasts and their tone as we pull games out, because you can just tell they ain't feeling it. Okay, big boy. I see you 2-footed jumper. That was a nice play. I thought it was offensive goaltending, but it's still an 8-point game. It's a 3-possession game. We need to execute here. 2 brush screens, Boogie rolling. There's the dime. Finish that. Golly. He's got to go up. He's got to go up and try and dunk that. I don't know why he tries to finish so quickly. He's so big. Timeout, Steve. Take one. Take one here. It's a 6-point game, y'all. But I think that Boogie, he could stand to slow down in the paint a little bit. Slow down and finish. There you go. Oh, got him. Damn. Damn. He had him with the move. Oh, that's tough. They letting him play. Rubio's complaining. 5-on-4. Let's get a basket. Swing, swing. Steph, don't pound the ball. Good recognition. Good team recognition. And we were talking about toughness and mental toughness. He knew he missed that all the way, man. But DeMarcus is showing pretty good mental toughness here, because right there he had the move, but he just couldn't get it up in time. And part of that's just Gobert being a freak, right? But Boogie's showing good mental toughness because he's struggling, but he's remaining aggressive. That's not easy to do. That's not easy to do always, especially when you're playing with so many scorers, right? So Boogie's showing some resiliency here and contributing down the stretch. Okay, here we goes the list. This boy Chef is 3rd already. I told you he was going to net the rest of these free throws. He's been there enough. Shit. Jordan Bell, have you noticed? Jordan Bell is lit. He's been up and down on the sidelines like he's Steve Kerr, like he's freaking Quinn Snyder over there. So I like that emotion from Bell. Yeah, usually 40 water is on the on that baseline next to the bench, right? What is tonight, a Tuesday night? Maybe he's in the studio. Sprinkle me, man. Oh, no. Woo-hoo-hoo, dodged the bullet there. What's the call? Yeah, it's hard to say, Eric. I hear you with the 20. It's opportunity, right? And then it's hard to say how much of it is his mind, his conditioning, and his just overall feel from being away from the game. Like there's a bunch of things you have to factor in. That's a great rebound from Draymond boxing out. Like I said, I feel like they've done a great job of making Rudy Gobert pretty much a non-factor in this game. They've defended the 3-point line, and they haven't let Gobert, control things, because we've seen him do that in the past and affect them. I like Steph's body language. I like it. I like it. Drop it. Ooh. Man, he's been missing a lot left and right lately, huh? Not just like long or short, just left and right. But is that Raymond Ritter? Is that who that is? 3D corny as hell, bro. He got some cheese puffs in that breast pocket. Oh, and one. A minute 31, Donovan Mitchell, and one. And back to the scouting report, what did he do? He went left, and he planted off 2 feet. You see that? That's his go-to. Jay Kidd. Was Jay Kidd, is you joking me, or was Jay Kidd there? I saw him in the studio on NBA TV last week with Derek Fisher. Can you believe Derek Fisher is coaching in the WNBA? On God, he's going to molly their Gatorade water. He's going to have them doing some freaky shit in the WNBA. Here we go, a minute 20. 5-point lead, Durant. That's a bad shot, and he gets it. That's a no, yeah. So back-to-back games for Durant, who couldn't seem to hit a 3 all night and then buries a huge one, right? 8-point lead. Mitchell goes left. Draymond gets a hand on it. Iguodala secures the rebound. I don't know why I'm calling the game. Y'all are watching the damn shit. All right, here we go. Let's milk the clock. Oh, no. Oh, no. I have no explanation for y'all. I think he thought he was getting fouled. Take the charge, Steph. Whoo, got away with that. I've seen way less called than that with Crowder in the corner there. Watch out. I want an explanation for that Durant chuck. Was he trying to draw the foul? Why did he pick the ball up 50 feet from the basket? And that stands to go. A lot of you have pointed out, like, Steph needs the ball in his hands late in games. I have no problem with Durant taking the shot, but as far as him orchestrating the offense, not a big fan of it. There you go. Oh, wow. They getting loose, man. That was a little loose. Oh, get him. That's a good foul from Gobert. All jokes aside, right? That was because you could have really fucked Durant up there. You could have hammered him, and he falls well, but that was a sportsmanship type foul from Rudy Gobert there. So I like to see that, especially with our players. And it looks like it's just gonna be what's the word I'm looking for here? Academic from here on out. Maybe not with Durant, the way he's shooting free throws. Paradox, one of you guys with the numbers, what's Durant's free throw percentage the month of February? It's got to be like sub 70%. I mean, this shit is wild. And, right, just no silly fouls from behind the arc. Got a 7-point lead here. He's not going to shoot it. There we go, y'all. Hey, it wasn't in its normal fashion, but a win is a win. And it was a hard-fought game. It was a hard-fought game, so I think a lot of energy was expended. It was interesting to see Iguodala off the floor. There was that closeout. He made a hard closeout on a 3-ball on the elbow, and I saw his knees, I don't want to say buckle, but I saw him dip hard into his knees. You could tell I know that movement, and I know how hard he closed out on the 3, and I know it hurt his knees. I'm not saying he's injured. I'm just saying it hurt his knees. And then they pulled him after that game. Are they still talking? I don't even know what's the point of that. What's the point of that? You making notes here, Jake? I'm glad. I hope y'all like this, man. I'm gonna. I'll tell you the body language of that. Whenever the palm is up, that means he's like, why? He's asking a question. Why are you being like this? Or why did you foul me like this? With Crowder. But that Boogie seems to get into it with everybody. You can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy. Where's Boogie from? Mississippi? I'm sure some of you are probably listening to Steph's interview here, but you know it's the standard answers from Steph, as he's very media trained. So I guess in recap, one, I want to thank y'all. You know, we had about 100 viewers, 90 to 100 viewers throughout this, man. So I hope it was enjoyable, and you know, I'm gonna look to do this again at some point. I'm gonna do a live stream this weekend since it went so well as far as me streaming without hiccups for the All-Star, like the dunk stuff, and I'll probably be real loose with that, just talking hella shit because why not? You know, make it fun. But my takeaway from the game, again, is since I'm probably not going to have a breakdown for y'all tomorrow, if you guys watch some of this later or not, you know, sync it up later, maybe I'll patch together some of my reactions and do something. But what I'm going to try to have for you in the next 24 hours is a breakdown of the Warriors, the threats to the Warriors after the trade deadline, the threats to Golden State and who they are and ranking them is what I'm working on currently. But the big takeaway was I love the way we defended the 3-point line. And I thought that they were dialed in defensively. This was a defensive win. Clearly, the score indicates that. They kind of negated Rudy Gobert. He just didn't have the impact that we've seen him have in previous matchups. I was looking forward to some sort of spice between him and Draymond, and we didn't get that. And if I were to guess, I think Draymond probably reached out to him before the game, whether it be social media or whatever wherever their paths may have crossed, and probably was like, yo, man, whatever, just cleared the air, because there really seemed to be no animosity throughout this game. It was a well-fought game. It was very physical, right? But there was nothing really extra. The Crowder Boogie Cousins thing, that's just who they are. That's always going to be something. And I thought Boogie showed some mental toughness with his struggles, continuing to remain aggressive, and Kerr continuing to show confidence in him, and then Steph kind of closing the show, man. But I'm going to, like I said, catch my dinner and enjoy this win, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.